A sales conversation is a series of forks in the road or forks in the conversation, meaning choices that you have on that call. Do you often take the wrong fork in the road when you're in conversation with your customer? And is that the reason they're ghosting you and not getting back with you? So I'm Marla Koupal, and I help small business owners, MLM marketers, affiliate marketers make more sales. And so I would love you to subscribe to this channel. Just hit that subscribe button below and hit that little bell if you want to know when I go live. So let's talk about a fork in the road. There are so many in sales conversations. But the fork in the road that is going to show up for you rather quickly in any sales conversation is that question that person asks you when you're having a conversation. So let's say you just made a post on Facebook about some facial cream, and you get a response back on Messenger that says, "How much is it?" Well, that's a fact-based question. If you go ahead and say it's $17.99 and oh, by the way, I have a deal, are you selling price? Are you selling deal? That's going to get you nowhere. That is a bupkis kind of a conversation. And I bet you get ghosted after that. Think about it. Have you been ghosted before? So what is the choice you have? The fork in the road gives you the opportunity to answer that question directly or seek more information. So you really are not able to have a conversation unless you have more information. So if they're wanting to invest in themselves, you want to help them invest in themselves. So you go back with a question that says, well, what did you see in the ad that was of interest to you? Or really, the better question is, what prompted your question? What prompted your questions to me today? You see, everybody has a level of urgency. They may have been thinking about those face creams for a month, a year, but they're acting today. And you want to know, what's the motivation today to connect with you? So what you're going to do is either in Messenger or in front face-to-face at a trade show, you're going to ask this question. Well, what prompted you to ask? And when you do that, they're going to come back at you with something. They might say, well, it's my mom's birthday and I've been thinking about something for her. Okay. The other one might be, oh, my skin is so dry. It's just awful. Okay. Or they might say, I have a team of people that I really want to give something fun and unique to, or healthy and unique to. Who knows what it is they're doing. But wow, if you had just given the price and then started into talking about the product and its ingredients and everything like that, that's when you're going to be called pushy. And that is the one thing every time I work with my clients to improve their sales skills, the first statement 99% of the time is, well, I don't want to be pushy. You can't be pushy if you listen. So when you have those questions that come at you from the consumer, and it's the beginning of the conversation, you take control by not giving them a direct answer and not giving them information until you know what they value. So what do they value? Okay, let's just take the example where she said, I want to buy something for my mom. Okay, so we now say, well, why is it you've been thinking of creams for your mom? It's a little open, it's a little closed, but she's going to say, well, mom's been struggling for a year with some kind of skin issue. And well, what do I need to know as someone selling skincare? I need to know what she's already tried. So I'm going to ask that question too. But let's just say you get through this, taking each of those forks in the road to decide or help the customer decide and choose what's going to be valuable for her mother. You have another fork in the road. you have another opportunity to say, well, now that we've taken care of your mom, what do you want to do to pamper yourself or take care of yourself? Or what have you been thinking? She's probably given you some clues somewhere in the conversation. It's not going to be a cold question. I'll bet you as you were explaining this stuff about to her for her mom, she's probably going to drop a couple of pieces of information that say, ooh, this sounds really nice. Oh, I might like that. Well, don't lose those clues. Remember them, get to the end, and then go, so now how about you? So there's another fork in the road. So we all find it interesting in these conversations where we get so worried about what we're going to say and we get worried about what script we're going to use. No script will ever, ever, ever show you how to take a fork in the road. Now, these are simple strategies, but here's my question to you today. Which fork in the road do you want to take with your customer? Do you want to answer questions directly with price or ingredients and be considered pushy and maybe be ghosted? Or do you want to really get into the conversation and take quality forks in the road to have a really full conversation with someone and bring them value from your product, but also bring them value for their interaction with you? Let me know what you think in the comments. So I would love for you to subscribe. So right now, if you want to follow this channel and get more tips on how to make great sales, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so that you know when I'm going live again. And I look forward to helping you learn and discover that fear is not involved in selling. I want to help you make sales a no fear option for yourself. Have a good one. Okay, I think I can